No, now I am.
Oh, okay. I just had a splinter. Hi, you two. We're going to go on a little adventure today because it's supposed to be like 40-something.
50-something?
50-something?
Yeah.
But right now the ground's still frozen, so it's not super muddy.
See, we're not sinking in.
Yeah. But you can see where we have.
Yes.
And we're going to go from here to over there. But we're going to do some hunting and exploring on the way. So
Clear over there.
because the roads suck, we don't want to drive over. But we did let them borrow our ladder and we need it for some stuff. So we're going to go get it on foot. But we're going to make a day of it or a morning of it and do some exploring, and if we happen to find a rabbit or something, we'll come back with dinner too. Let's go. Yes, describe our little adventure.
It's gonna be like our trip to Mordor.
So apparently
Wagon style.
we're going to Mordor, and we're gonna throw the ring in the volcano.
Yeah.
So we're filming Lord of the Rings, which is just going to be us walking, because that's all that movie is.
Oh
Anyway, we'll check back in en route.
Okay.
Okay, what are we updating on?
Well, we saw some other tracks.
Yeah, so we found, we walk around the property quite a bit, and anytime we do get a chance to go out farther, we do. And we look for tracks and scat and other signs of animals, just so we kind of know what's going on around us. We have a spot that's on the ridge that's about 150 yards from our trailer.
So we call it Ridge 150.
Yeah, so we call it Ridge 150, and we've got some firewood there that we brought from Idaho before we ever moved out here, and that's where we actually butcher chickens, because one of them's like a big slab of wood. And we found some coyote prints sunk in the mud there. And it's weird because our life has become all about finding poop. But here's some coyote scat there and there. There's quite a bit here, actually.
Yeah, there is.
So we kind of memorize like when we see fresh piles and where they're at. And it's really weird.
It's a regular dumping ground.
So on the way down, we went through the washout, and I was like, oh, hey, I found this one the other day. This one's new. Oh, hey, look, here's another new one. So we know the coyotes are around. And because we're checking every couple of days, we can kind of tell where they're moving and where they're at. So now that we're getting farther away, we'll still pay attention, because these are potential hunting grounds down the road, too. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what we're looking for. We'll hunt as an opportunity today. Like if we find a rabbit or something, we'll get it. But mainly it's about exploring and just kind of getting a good layout of the land.
Yep.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's a good opportunity. Just a few feet we've walked, and there's all these prints. Probably they're coyote.
I don't think they are coyote. Because, like, that looks like a dog pad.
Oh, yeah, and you
This-
see the claws
Yeah.
on the end there, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think it is, but...
So we have seen, and right here's a badger hole. Now, can you get down in there a bit? You can see there's some cobwebs with cheatgrass in front of it. So we know it's not super fresh, but it is here. So we always look for like new holes. That's what we mean, signs. These prints, it was like a week or two ago. She had heard dogs, and I heard them too. And they sounded closer than where we usually hear dogs, not coyotes. So this might be from them, but we are quickly learning to spot the difference between regular dogs and coyote tracks. These do look like regular dog tracks, so there's a stray dog roaming around out here somewhere. Again, something we want to know about because we do have animals. And us. They're usually not, I mean, usually it's people's pets that run away. And we at least want to be able to say,
Hey, we heard someone's dog out here.
yeah.
So if you're messing one, come out
Someone's
this
looking
way.
for a dog, we can tell them. But other than that,
Oh, you better watch it.
yeah.
You're gonna fall.
So that's the type of things we're out looking for. Coyote dens. We see a bunch of signs of deer or antelope. which has been pretty thin this year compared to what we hear it's normally like. So we just kind of want to find their areas so we know where to find them.
Talking about the rocks.
Yeah.
So on our little adventure thing today, we also look for rocks when we go for walks because I really like rocks. So I found this cool one that's like pretty bomb as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
There's a whole bunch that are on this hillside. Every once in a while we'll come across like an outcropping of a bunch of gravel and kind of look through it and see what we can find. But
yeah, we just basically walk down here.
usually it's like hillsides and then we'll have random like openings of
rocks, and down here in these little
areas,
washout creek areas.
Yeah, lots of rocks
like this.
down there. There's a lot of like jasper here.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of different shit that's here, but I know jasper is like a main.
We have come across a rabbit.
Yeah. Kanik wasn't chasing it.
But it was behind me and I didn't get to it. Anyway, hopefully we'll find another. And this is nothing really fancy, but it's just rabbit brush, which we have a ton of out here, but
yeah, there's like 5 different species of it.
yeah. But it's got frost on it, and the sun's hitting it, and it's real pretty. And the sagebrush too. And this is why we like to just get up and go out for walks. We get to just see.
This is called curly leaf rabbit brush.
Curly leaf rabbit brush. What's it used for?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think the roots are used for arthritis.
Yep. Almost every plant out here has some type of beneficial use. And
The
we're,
majority of them have to do with arthritic and joint pain.
yeah. But we're studying and learning and starting to test some of these for ourselves.
Look, it's flat again.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yep. Let's go up here into this flat spot.
Oh, there's a big hole. There's lots of holes. Here's the
Oh,
hole.
lots of holes over here. Yep.
Usually in the summertime, this is all like rough and
Yeah.
cracked and stuff. But
So we're way over there. This is actually our road that never gets driven on it, and it kind of comes down and up right there. That spot where it had been burned, it looks like years ago, we can see from our place. So, but we kind of went, usually if we come, we either walk or take dirt bikes down that road. We wanted to walk out here and explore a little bit more. So here's the thing, if you look, I'm try to zoom it, see if we can catch it. But you can see right in front of us, next to that cabin, there's a road. You can see it. And we do sometimes take that road. We try not to because no one, not many people know about it or take it. So it kind of stays nice. So when it gets way too bad or flooded out, that one's still passable usually. But it only runs for a short distance and then it ends. I'm going to do air quotes when I say it ends. Here, do the air quotes for me. Yeah, it ends. It really doesn't, but it's overgrown because these roads were put in 1961-ish, early 60s. And some of these areas nobody's driven on since.
it might even been the late 50s.
Yeah, or if they do drive on here, it's extremely rare. So here's an example. We're standing on the road, and you really can't tell there's a road here. You can way up there, but
You can tell if you're standing on it, and you can kind of see like, oh, it's kind of clear there and here, like the width of a road.
but once you get,
and you're like, oh shit.
once you're off the road, you really can't tell. So, and there's a lot of that out here. So people can't find our place because if you look on a map, you're like, oh, there's like 7 ways to get there, and there's not. There's actually one.
Unless you make your own road again.
Or unless you can find where the road is and then like knock everything down. So that's kind of interesting. We didn't know the road existed over here. Like, I guess we knew in theory it should be here, but yeah.
Had no idea it actually.
Okay, now we're on our way back with our big ass ladder.
It's not that big. Luckily, it's plastic, so it's not very heavy.
It's not plastic, it's fiberglass.
Whatever. I think those markers that we're heading towards are like straight to that open spot on the
I
hillside.
think so. That's why I said we'll just cut straight to it.
Yeah.
We saw some like T-posts sticking up on our way here, so we decided we're going to take a slightly different route so we can check those out. It's probably just some old property markers because there is that out here, but you never know. There might be something cool. We found like an overturned like Toyota 4Runner or something like that
We found that old
in a creek.
lawnmower.
Yep.
Just walked in to find shit.
Yep, we found a 1950s
Bicycle seat.
Craftsman. Yeah, we still have it.
Yeah.
We have that and the lawnmower. And when we get our fence up, we're going to start using that stuff as fence decoration. Okay, we'll check back in. Look what we found. So it is definitely like a property marker of some sort. But somebody actually like marked the true exact corner, which is really cool. That's actually a reflector. We turned it over. It probably was the right way at one point in time. It'd be good, like if you're doing drone footage, it'd be easier to find that
Yeah.
and kind of show it. It's a good idea. So in theory, because we know the lot sizes out here, we should be able to walk pretty much 300 feet either way and find the other corner if they did the other corners. But pretty cool. So we're going to check that out, and I think we'll just walk this way because we're going to go up that hill anyway. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll see what we find. We made it to the top of this hill.
Yeah.
And she's been carrying a ladder, so we're taking a little rest here. So we're actually on our road, aren't we? Yep. Our road will go straight, overlooking where we just left. And over here, there's a sun glare, so I can't tell like if we're catching it. There it is. Oh, there. That's an old like RV camp trailer. It was stolen or something. Someone tried going up that hill. It's really steep and there's a washout right in front of it. And apparently they lost the trailer. It rolled. It crashed through the fence the BLM had up. The BLM just built their fence around it. It's been sitting there for years. We've shot at it a few times. Other people have. It's just a thing. Someone came by and yanked all the axles off and stuff. The dog's playing in snow because she's weird. Anyway, we found some more cool rocks. We did not find the other corner of that property, but it was still pretty cool. We found a beer can. There's a fucking beer can over here. Sometimes we pick up trash, sometimes we don't. Anyway, just thought we'd share a little update. We'll check in again here soon. All right, check this out. So like less than an hour ago, we were walking up this road and we filmed for a second. I don't remember what we were talking about. But this whole road looked dry, and now it's not. It's very wet. So it wasn't really dry, it was just frozen. And that's how quickly things turn. It's like 10:30 right now. And everything's already starting to get wet. By noon, it's going to get like deep. So when we were up talking to the neighbor for a few, and you could just see the ground like starting to get wet and water starting to like ooze out of it.
There's the antelope scat from
Oh yeah,
the summer.
coyote scat. So we memorized where poop is. We've been seeing this same scat there, and there, and this. And this piece here, we caught when it was really fresh. Me and Tia did. We were down here walking,
Oh, yeah, and you guys seen
and it still had like fresh blood in it, like it was that day new. So we've been kind of watching. I know this sounds weird, guys, but we watch poop to see how it acts, because it tells us firsthand like how old something is. So I know that we found that in like August, I think it was.
Yeah.
Maybe July.
August.
Huh?
I think it was Tia wasn't here in July.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it was in August.
Oh wait, no, she was. Never mind. She came the 21st of July.
This is the end of July. So okay, the end of July, and we're kind of watching it. I know it sounds weird, but that's how, you hear about like the Indians and old trappers and stuff that just understood nature, and that's why they just observed. So we're doing the same thing, just in 2020 and not in like 1820. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's get back before these roads get shittier. All right, bring us in.
Well, we just got back from our walk
Yes, we did.
on the dry dirt, and then frozen dirt,
Yeah.
and then the very muddy stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I just look at my face? We found some coyote tracks. We found some dog tracks. We found some other tracks that we believe might be badger.
Yeah, they looked like badger tracks, and they looked really fresh. Very fresh.
We also seen some scat and
Some rocks.
they're not badger.
Well, while she's looking up tracks, we found rocks.
Yeah, they might be badger.
Found a really cool property marker.
It's hard to see in the light. Yeah, we found a pretty cool property marker.
We found some spots to go rock hunting later on.
Yeah, we found this really cool rock that's like white and green.
Yeah.
It's like two different rocks.
Yep. And it was a good walk. So,
And now it's hot.
yeah. So when we left, it was probably like right at like 31. Like you could still
Oh,
see your
yeah.
breath.
It was a little chilly, but like a hoodie was fine.
Yeah. And then I was like sweating by the time we got back.
Yep. Okay, Kylo, stop.
And I wasn't even carrying the ladder.
Stop.
She carried a ladder
The whole way.
a mile through the desert. Up and down hills, and
Yep.
the roads were getting very like worse and worse as the closer we got, and it's really only like
11
a
now.
20-minute period
Oh, yeah.
of when it started getting muddy till then.
Yes.
So yeah, it was fun. How could you live in a place like this and not like want to get out and do stuff like that?
Right? I mean, like, we basically live in the middle of nowhere. I mean, our
Right.
nearest neighbors are, a mile away and whatnot, but we have so much open space to explore that to just sit around and not, like, want to do anything is
Yeah, there's a lot of people
kind of absurd. Like,
that live in like the town part.
even when it's cold, we still like to go out on walks or hunts.
Yeah, as much as we can. It may just be around here a little bit, but we still do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
remember
always
that
find
day that it was
something
like
different.
super windy and cold, but we still went out with our face masks and whatnot.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just kind of one of those things that, if even though there's no money or the roads are muddy or whatever, like there's still plenty of stuff to do
oh yeah.
out here. It doesn't always have to be let's go into town and do this, this, and this. It's let's walk across the desert and go see what we can find.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people that live like in the houses in the on-grid part of where we live. We're in the off-grid.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, you're off-grid. I get it." They don't get me wrong. There's people that do a lot of stuff, but then there's a lot of them that just like it's just like they live in the city. They just like get home and they're in their house and that's it. And like, why the hell would you live out here and do that? I don't know what Kylo's digging for over there. He's going nuts though.
I don't know, maybe he found a little mouse or something.
Maybe. But I think like this is the best part of living out here still.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely.
And here's the thing, so let's talk about loadout. Like we went on a hunt. It wasn't really a hunt. It
We went to go get the ladder, but we brought the guns in case we see
Yeah.
anything.
Which is what we do. This is a very low population year for animals.
It would have been faster just to go in the truck, but why
Yeah.
when it was going to be a nice morning and not?
Yeah. Yeah, and the ground was frozen. Like, we could have gotten over there no problem and gotten back.
We just talked for too long, waited for it to thaw out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. But, I think that's still, like, that's our favorite thing. Oh, loadout. So I took a 12 gauge shotgun with birdshot, an extra birdshot, and double up buck. And then we also had a Ruger 1022 on the backpack. The hunting pack has a rifle holder basically. And then a 357 revolver.
Yep.
And I had 2 knives because I had my Benchmade. And this really cool old, this was her grandpa's knife. I looked it up and they were made like in the 40s in Germany, 40s and 50s.
In like a little town, right?
Yeah, like a little town that's like known as a knife making town. So
Yeah.
anyway, really cool, and I took that. So if we would have found anything, we had
Tools.
pretty much whatever we needed to dispatch.
You're smart about that.
Smart about what?
Bringing tools.
Yeah. Oh, and a Leatherman.
I didn't bring anything.
But-
Grabbed
but-
my hoodie.
To be fair, she was going to be carrying the ladder.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I carried the load out. She carried the ladder back. That's fine. And of course, we had water, first aid,
Thank you.
some
for all
extra
your
food,
kisses.
even though we
Get
just
out.
had breakfast. We never go out without food and water like that.
Yeah, we went with 3 liters of water.
Yep.
I think is what your little thing holds.
We should do a comparison video on the Camelback versus the other bladders.
Oh my god, the Camelback
You
is so
got
much
dirt
better.
all over your
Do I?
face.
I
Yeah.
smelled the dirt.
Canik.
Canik.
Canik's very lovey,
Get
and she's
down.
very happy right now because she just went on a big 2-mile hike, which means she probably ran about 18 miles because she zips back and forth. Okay, get down. Give me a kiss.
Jesus.
Okay, now down.
So, okay, you're just stepping on my phone and everything, Canik.
So yeah, this was a good day. We could do nothing for the rest of the day and be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Stop. You're getting me all muddy.
And I mean, we'll probably work on this and like the Facebook and stuff a little bit, but
Yeah.
other than that, like, we had a good walk, good little hunt. Maybe we'll see how it is in the evening a little bit. We might go out again just around here a little bit, because your chances of seeing animals later in the day like that just aren't very good. So
You either see them right at sunset, because they're all heading back. Well,
starting to come out.
starting to come out, or you see them right at sunrise,
Yeah,
because they're all heading back to their
right.
hideout spot.
So
But
I don't know what the hell he's obsessing with. Anyway, we'll do that. We'll sit and make some plans for some of our stuff, and that'll be it. But we wanted to share our Saturday morning with you guys,
yep,
and just kind of
there's bugs.
what we do. God damn it!
There's a lot of bugs.
It's January, or no, it's February 1st, and there's bugs already out because it's warm and it's wet.
Yeah.
Yet nothing's drying out, or very little is drying out.
Maybe today though, because it is pretty warm and it's a little breezy.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, everybody like,
Comment, subscribe,
share,
share, follow
And-
us,
follow us on Facebook,
Twitter.
on Twitter.